Hi, this is Haley with two Y's from cyclocane.com, and what I wanted to talk about right now was an overview of what the National Hurricane Center covered in their live stream earlier, and I'll provide a link to that in the description of this video. So this is a brief look or a satellite look at Ian, and the first thing that they talked about was that the eye has cleared out as it's moved over Cuba, however you want to pronounce it. And so it's likely like the effects of it having passed over land are likely have ceased and that it's going to begin its re-intensification process. And they have it as still, this has been in the forecast for quite some time, reaching Category 4 hurricane status. Let's see what's next. And he wanted to stress that, like, the fact that you can now see it on radar kind of gives you, like, a little insight into this thing is, on top of us. It's very close now. Generally, you're used to looking at, that would be this thing, the satellite. Once it's on radar, it's a little bit more real in a sense. And people who are in the path of this are running out of time to take action. That was his words, not mine. And he also was talking about the large rain shield that's formed out in front of this. And of course, why that's a problem is it both contributes to the flooding potential, obviously. And of course, if you're also making last minute preparations, you've got like the heavy rain obviously is going to get in the way. If you're needing to drive places, you've got possible localized flooding that's going to be an issue. As of 11 a.m., and this is true as of the 1 p.m. EDT update as well, winds at 115 miles per hour, still a Category 3. And the Hurricane Ian is slowing down as they've predicted, which obviously can make some things worse because you've got a massive storm system hanging out in areas for longer times than obviously if it were just kind of booking through. Obviously, that's dangerous as well. But you get something where it's hovering over, you get longer term effects. And let's see, next. It'll be this. So it's predicted to make landfall at 8 p.m. or 8 p.m. Sometime Wednesday evening, let me say that. In the red area. The red area is the hurricane warning. So that is where they're predicting that it's going to be making landfall. And he also wanted to stress that if you're on the back side of this is the storm surge map, not to let your guard down like a lot of people are going to be thinking about these areas that are like head on to the storm and not thinking so much about like the dangerous, like what we've got up to 4 to 6 feet storm surge predicted as of right now on the back side of this. Then there was the wind field. So that's this orange area on this map. And it's getting bigger, and bigger storms mean more storm surge. Don't listen. Whoops, I bumped the mic. Don't listen to me flip the page over here. Then we've got the readiness timing map. And so parts of Florida, you've basically got today, and that's it, depending on where you are. Like you need to, he wanted to stress, not my words, like that is basically now or never type of thing. He did not say that though. And let's see, damaging wind potential. So one of the dangers with this is we're at the end of the rainy season in Florida. So you've already got some saturated grounds, and you're talking about, you've got a combination of this hurricane coming in, bringing even more rains in. And even so, this combination of saturated soils, and you get some winds going, it can very much knock down trees. Obviously, trees themselves are dangerous. Like if you're in a vehicle and a tree falls on your car, that's not a good situation. If you're in your house and a tree falls on your house, depending on where you are in the house, that would be a bad situation. And then, of course, he was also talking about these trees, when they come down, often bring down power lines. So it's the question of, are you ready to be without power for as long as it takes before it's, safe for the power crews to come back out and start working on things so you could be without power for days? Hopefully not. But obviously, these are the things that you have to prepare for. And next. So the storm surge map, if you've been paying attention the past 24 hours, these numbers have come up. They're up to, in the red zone, 8 to 12 feet. So it's an even higher storm surge than in previous forecasts. And there are new storm surge warnings on the eastern side, apparently as of the 11 a.m. update. And then, so finally, he had said that basically this is a situation where you're not going to have a whole lot of time to second guess. So if you are given an evacuation order, you should follow it, because the longer you delay, you're obviously cutting out any time to get out of the area before it becomes a very dangerous situation. So that is it for me, and I hope you're staying safe out there.
It's now, when you can see it on radar, it's getting close. So time is really ticking here. If you're in the path of this storm, especially if you've been ordered to evacuate, you really got to do so. I mean, we're really concerned about this area in here with the surge, but also the rain. You can see the rain sort of sweeping out in front of it. The heavy rain co-located with the storm surge could present significant flood risk. So please listen to your emergency management officials. If they order you to leave, please do so. That's it from the Hurricane Center. We'll be updating you as necessary, and certainly every day at this time.